So if you were going to get a grant from the Uplift Project to help you with your farm, what is something that you would like to purchase with that grant?
Well,
On this last trip, we met with many people and saw many things in Wakapoa, and I'm here to tell you about it. First, we gave a generator to a carpenter who doesn't have electricity at his shop and needs to run his generator every day just to power his tools. His old generator broke, and when we asked him how he could support his business, he told us how much he needed a new one.
Well, this is the generator here. That's the old one there. And this would supply the house over there. It would like use to pump the water, and we use it like in the morning to iron our clothes. And this here would do the workshop.
So without a running generator, it's kind of impossible for you to survive here.
You can't work without this generator here.
This generator is already being used for him to make furniture that he sells to people in the village and people all around Guyana. We gave another grant to a farmer whose name is Ralph. He travels 2 hours by boat every other day to access his farm because it's deep, deep in the bush. Once out there, he grows the traditional crop of cassava, as well as fruit trees, citrus, and many other native crops. Now, with the changing climate, the seasons are becoming less predictable in Guyana. Ralph once relied on the predictability of the rainy season for planting, but now it's kind of a toss-up when the rains will start.
So if you were going to get a grant from the Uplift Project to help you with your farm, what is something that you would like to purchase with that grant?
well, as you can see, right? This weather, this dry weather, right?
Yep.
This dry weather would be a really setback for you. So the plants just wither. So I will buy a pump.
For just $350, we helped Ralph buy a water pump and PVC piping so he can pump water from the creek and irrigate his field. Another $150 went to Ralph so he can go buy a nursery and buy more plants and trees to plant in his farm that will bear fruit for a long time. But while we were helping Mario and Ralph, we noticed another problem that's been more and more prevalent every time we come back to the village: water. Now, the people there traditionally collect rainwater off their roof and store it in large containers, saving that water for the dry season when the rain doesn't fall. But with the changing climate, the dry season isn't as predictable as it used to be. Now, people run out of rainwater long before they expected to, and they're not sure when the rainy season is going to start again, forcing them to drink out of the dirty pits and creeks that they have around the village.
We call it a pond, which we get our drinking water from. So this is exactly something that each family would have because of the drought and because of the scarcity of drinking water in Wakapoa. This water is not, it's not wholesome, I would say, but we have to use this. We drink it, our kids drink it, and it's not being filtered, it's not being purified by any means. From here, it's pumped into the tank up there at the school, and the cooks may very well use this because you don't have no other means. Now at the school there you have these black tanks that they would normally use as drinking water for the kids, but those are available only, those would only provide during the rainy season. All sorts of animals come into this here. When I'm looking down here, I see frogs. You see frogs there. You see large frogs jumping in and jumping out. And then of course you might have small alligators right in this reservoir here. So everything lives here. But we are forced to use this kind of water. And it has been for centuries. I'm now at 65 and I might still be using this.
But with the recent introduction of gas and diesel engines and the mining in the area, this creek has become polluted and it's not safe to drink out of anymore. People complain of typhoid, giardia, and other diseases that come with drinking contaminated water.
Now, does that water ever make you sick? It doesn't look very clean.
Yes, we used to just drink the water just like that, and we suffered like with typhoid, what we call typhoid, due to the water contaminated. When we got money, we had to go like in charity there and do the test, and then you buy the typhoid treatment, and sometimes it don't work.
But this problem isn't impossible to solve. Now, the Uplift Project is raising money to buy these people more water storage capacity, get people who don't have any water tanks one tank, and get people who only have one a second one. This really helps people collect and store water and make sure they're gonna have something clean to drink out of the dry season. In June, I go back to Guyana, and I'm gonna be walking 100 miles to raise awareness and raise money for this cause. Our fundraising goal is $7,000, and with that money, we will be able to build 8 water tanks and 15 gutter systems. The gutter systems will be for people who already have water tanks but want more capacity to collect rainwater during the rare showers of the dry season. This walk is going to start in Wakapoa Village, where we've been working, giving grants and building water tanks for the past year. One of our good friends there, Lloyd, is going to be my guide, taking me from Wakapoa Village on a centuries-old jungle path to the 2 neighboring villages, teaching me the ins and outs of camping in the jungle, making a fire, and survival out in the bush. After 20 miles, this trail ends, and from there, I'm going to travel by boat to the town of Bartica. Bartica sits on the edge of the interior of Guyana, and there's an 80-mile red dirt road from Bartica that goes deep into the bush, mainly used for mining and logging. I'm going to walk the length of this track and at the end, hitchhike back to the airport. I'm really hoping to raise money and awareness with this walk so we can meet our goal to get these people in Wakapoa the clean water they need. The Uplift Project is trying to raise the money to build these tanks and gutter systems before the beginning of August. August is when the dry season starts again, and if we can get these people more tanks and more collection systems before then they'll be set for this oncoming dry season. It's really important that we get this done now so we can help people have access to clean water and have some more security in knowing that they're going to have something to drink tomorrow and the next day. If you want to learn how you can help these people get access to clean water and really make an impact, go to the Uplift Project's website and make a donation. All of these funds will directly be used to support these people in this mission to build tanks and gutters. And if anyone has any more questions about Wakapoa Village, about our mission, or anything like that, please reach out to me by email at forest@upliftproject.org, or you can message me through any of our social medias. Thank you.